Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Our reading today in the book of Lamentations is a reminder to us that even though sin might be pleasurable, it might be enjoyable for a time, eventually we have to eat the fruit of sin, and that fruit is bitter. Here in the book of Lamentations, you have Jeremiah lamenting and raising up a lament to the Lord as he looks around at all the destruction in Jerusalem. This Jerusalem that was once bustling and full of the songs of weddings and joy, and the people were living it up. They were fattened with their excess. They were living in sin and rebellion against God, following after their idols, but just living it up, saying, let's eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. And they were just living it up. And now we see the destruction. We see the fruits of their wrong choices as we look at this, the state of Jerusalem. Here it starts off in chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, "How lonely sits the city that was great with people. She has become like a widow who was once great among the nations. She who was a princess among the provinces has become a forced laborer." And then verse 2, "She weeps bitterly in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. She has none to comfort her. Among all her lovers, all her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They have become her enemies." What a change of events. Jerusalem, which was a strong city, a glorious city, but also a city that was full of sin and just gluttony and oppression and things like that. This city that was once thriving, seemingly thriving, is now empty and wasted, and is no longer joyful, but has this picture of sorrow and sadness in it. And that's what sin brings into our lives. At the moment when we're engaged in sin, it might seem like we're getting away with it. It might seem like this is a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. It's pleasurable. And sin offers us a lot in the moment. But then eventually we see the fruits of sin, and we have to eat that fruit, and it's bitter. We see that sin actually brings destruction. It brings loneliness. It brings isolation, and it causes us to fall apart. And so what this ought to do for us is warn us against sin, to ignore what it offers in the moment, to ignore the pleasure, the comforts, the joy it might offer for the moment, and remember that eventually we're going to have to eat the fruit of it. And remember that the end of it is death. Romans chapter 6 and verse 23 says that the wages of sin is death. And that's what we see a picture of here in the book of Lamentations. So we should be warned to steer clear of sin, to hang close to the Lord, or cling close to the Lord, to follow him with all of our heart, be devoted to him. And in doing so, we will reap the fruits of that, which is blessings and joy for eternity. And that's definitely the better trade. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.